Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me to be here again and to exchange views on the work that Cedefop is doing in Thessaloniki. As you very well know, the EU agency works on vocational education and training. We are at the interface between education and training and the world of work. And our work programme for 2016 has been successful. And I will say why in a minute. I will try to squeeze my presentation replying to 3 questions which I have posed to myself. The first is, Cedefop is the oldest EU agency as Eurofound, so we are 42 years old, and one of the questions that we keep asking ourselves is whether we are still relevant and attractive to our stakeholders. And I think the answer lies in the fact that today, more than ever before, the link between education or the world of education and the world of employment is bigger than it used to be before. Technology is changing the way we work, the way we speak, the way we communicate with each other. And I think the work programme that we propose ourselves in shaping VET, in informing VET and in valuing VET is responding to this new attractiveness. Automation, as I said, and IT is changing the way we also reach our stakeholders, and our evidence-based research is now not enough unless we include in this evidence-based research, in what we publish, in our outputs, a brokerage role which we are doing with Member States in particular and with the social partners. If we were not to do this, we will be only scratching the surface, we will be only addressing policymakers that come and go in ministries. My second question is, so when we look back at 2016, did our performance as an EU agency meet our expectations? How close have we become to European citizens? How supportive were we to the European Commission, to the social partners? And I think the answer to this, you will see in our briefing note, is in the results we have achieved in our performance indicators. We are one of the first agencies to have performance indicators. We have 29 performance indicators, and out of these 29 performance indicators, we performed very well in 20 of them. Now, you would be very curious to see where we didn't perform well. Well, where we didn't perform well was in producing more paper in terms of publications. We didn't perform well in having more meetings than we should have had. We performed less where it concerned the attractiveness of people outside the social media. As a matter of fact, compared to the previous years, as I said, we had 5 less publications, 9 less meetings, 3 less press releases, less visitors to Cedefop. But our increase has been in the citations, for example, by the European Parliament. The resolution in January 2016 on skills policies for fighting youth employment, you have quoted from Cedefop's research. There were 53 more citations by EU institutions in 2016, 34 more citations by international institutions. We had less citations from academic institutions, and this for us is a success story. The same could be said to our web trafficking. Huge amounts of people are now accessing our web portal. The visits have increased enormously, 35,000 unique visitors per year. Visits increase also for the Europass, the media coverage, Facebook, Twitter. In a nutshell, we are reaching the European citizens more than ever before, and this is where our main task will be also in 2017. Of course, also, the budget execution was a success last year, because from 98.55% we went up to 99.99% of budget execution. So we are moving closer to Member States, to social partners, to European citizens. We are supporting the Commission even better, and one big evidence of this is our input to the new skills agenda. We want to improve on these figures, and this will be a major task between 17 and 20 to reach citizens. The third and final question is, what are Cedefop's key challenges for 2017? A quick list. One of the key challenges is, of course, the new skills agenda for Europe, to improve the quality and relevance of skills formation, to make skills and qualifications more visible, and to improve skills intelligence. We will also be having a number of policy learning fora to address the upskilling pathways, the new opportunities for adults. So policy learning forums for low-skilled adults or on low-skilled adults, on early leavers. We will be also publishing the interim report for the Riga conclusions, and this will be published later this year. And with the Commission, we will be strengthening our real-time labour market project to provide a clearer landscape of existing jobs, requested competences by employers, and therefore feeding into guidance and counselling and reaching more learners in our schools. To conclude, we believe that our work at Cedefop is more centred around skills as the important answer to digital transformation. This is where our focus in our work in 2016 has been, and where we'll increase our focus in 2017. We think we are well placed to support the institutions with our expertise, with our social media, with our web portals, with our evidence-based research, with our outreach activities, which we have increased last year with the Commission. We supported the Commission in a very successful European Vet Week, which was organised in December last year. But in order to fulfil our role as an agency, we need to be more in touch with the citizens, more in touch with the working life, and with the interface with education and training. We want to be more recognised now, not just by policymakers, but by vet institutions, by vet colleges, by vet schools across Europe. We want to be a point of reference, and this is our main objective in 2017. So to conclude, our work programme 16 has made a substantive change in reaching out to a wider spectrum of stakeholders. This will increase in 2017. Our research will be more rationalised and more synergised. We are preparing a Cedefop yearbook, which will be published every year in Q4, to try to eliminate as many publications as possible during the year and synergise more into a reference book which vet providers, policymakers can make reference to every year without having to wait for occasional publications. We will also be working hard to make policy learning fora a constant and an ongoing activity at Cedefop to reach more people.